Hello guys, today we're going to be reacting to Dr. Nowhere. Wow. Okay, this is the first one. Open your door. Open your door. Open your. He looks like a person with wires attached to him. He looks like a person with cancer who was anesthesia. You want to open the door for you? Here we go.
Hello?
Bro, don't let it go. Just shoot with the gun.
What do you want? What do you want? Please go away. Please go away. Go.
Why is he violently stroking? Hi. Hi, big monkey. He's jump scared. He's gonna jump scare. I'm gonna go. Hi. Close the freaking door. Close it. Close it. That kind of scared me. Excuse me, what is that? Okay, so 3. Oh my god, it's Jonto. It's Jonto. It's Jonto. It's Jonto. It's Jonto. It's Jonto. My god, it's Jonto. It's Jonto. It's Jonto. Oh my gosh, it's Jonto. 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 Look at this locust kind of look like Tyler the Inflator. There's a trash compactor. Hello. Oh, what's up? If you thought you were dead. Look, we've been online friends for a while. Yeah. Hey, I look now. Hey, look, I now know it's one of my business. It's none of my businesses, but it feels like you've been acting really distant lately. You've been going through something. If so, I'm here and you can talk to me. You can talk to me, man. Okay. Like I said, it's one of my beeswax. You don't have to say something, but you need something. It's called peace. You okay? It's almost 1 a.m. where I am, man. Black time zones we started that new school recently. It was what? PS Top Face. I'm gonna face you again. Can't. Really sorry, but tomorrow, okay? Please get my feet. Seriously, are you alright? Please. Oh, whoa. Okay. Please. Just be. Oh man, what the heck? Okay. Please just be as quiet as possible, like whisper. Yes. My mom's a light sleeper, remember? Marvin, help, please. Though I swear if this were real Happy Prank, I hated those. They were never fun. Bro, he's creepy. It's a spider. When you shine a flashlight at it, it starts acting like this. Where's Toe for? I wanna watch Toe. Let's watch this one. Should we do it like order? Boyd one, not none. I'm gonna skip that. Oh, shower. Okay, twist the door. Okay, no.
Why did you leave me here?
This is so skinny. It's like bones.
I never adjusted to you. I know you
Where's
hurt
the top
me.
of his head?
It was all your fault.
It's just got sliced. Did you guys notice that? Oh, ah! The Bollywood plush phenomenon. The Diddy come.
Dr. Nowhere's Office of Wonders presents the Oddity Compendium, a beginner's anomaly education program. Welcome to the Oddity Compendium. Today, we will be learning about many wonderful and strange oddities that exist inside of, outside of, and around your universe. These strange phenomena can range anywhere from life forms, products, and organizations to even events of anomalous time periods. Important of and around your universe. These strange phenomena can range anywhere from life forms, products, and organizations to even events of anomalous time periods. Important. The following information has been acquired from realities that may be separate from from the one you are currently residing in. Please be aware that knowledge or comprehension of incompatible information may result in a conscious reality fracture.
On bed may be harboring a hunger for your flesh. Sleep with a cold fan on if possible. If you ever walk downstairs one morning and your family is gone, interacting with the headless corpses that remain in their steads should be avoided. Non-existence, a contagious disease. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, or now here, and you get a rush of billions ideas, turn back immediately. Enlightenment is a drug, and the withdrawals can kill.
Fleshheads or mattress folk are a species of parasitic subhuman that highly resemble bed mattresses. The body of a dormant fleshhead appears identical to a standard mattress. However, slicing the thin sheet-like skin reveals many soft organs, limb-like appendages, and a humanoid head which hides beneath the skin. They were first discovered in the late 1960s when a mattress company was surveying excess storage. Upon finding many seemingly pristine mattresses that had not been sold, they gave them away to thrift shops and people in need. The people who received the mattress folk initially had no issues with faux beds. It wasn't until the air began to warm up that these beds awoke from their uneventful hibernations. The first reported victim was 19-year-old Alice Digere. She had been sleeping on a flesh bed for roughly 6 months before her sudden disappearance. After noticing the stench of sulfur and rot originating from her bed, her family called authorities, and the inside of the mattress revealed a feasting parasite, several hundred human bones, and a half-digested Alice. The method in which mattress folks sustain themselves is by waiting for the body heat of a host to wake them from their dormant state. Kind of like an egg, but not nearly as tasty. After they awake, they slowly unfold themselves from their soft mattress-like bodies. This process is very gradual and happens underneath its body or on its side so as not to be detected. After roughly a month of this process and on a night 17 degrees Fahrenheit or higher, its head and arms fully emerge and pull the sleeping host into its body, where prey is slowly digested. Not much is known about how these sleeping beauties came about, but it is theorized that since they are subhuman, they were once a branch of Homo sapiens that merged with the mycelial network many years ago. Autopsies of fleshheads' digestive systems have revealed DNA samples from thousands of different people in each instance, some even tracing to people born during the 1600s. Another odd thing to note is that the mattress folk themselves contain DNA belonging to humans as well. One instance shared DNA in a blood type with Napoleon Bonaparte, leader of the French Republic during the time that the mattress folk were assumed to have come into existence. All in all, it might be a good idea to throw out that mattress that feels just a bit too warm lately. You might be sharing it with something unwanted. Good night, sleep tight, and don't let the bed bite. The headless macrocosm is a sub-reality nearly identical to Earth's save, for the fact instead of humans, pale headless corpses remain in their stead. These corpses, though technically dead, do weakly breathe through the holes in their necks. Their hearts have also been observed to begin convulsing at seemingly random intervals. These beings are identical in appearance to one another aside from physical dimensions, which can vary severely between each corpse. The headless sub-people dwelling in this pocket reality have been observed changing their behavior when humans have physically interacted with them, and apparently gain a level of awareness and vitality when such events occur. There are approximately 2,393 living humans residing in this reality, all from parallel Earth. Every single resident recounts waking up in the headless macrocosm after falling asleep under strange circumstances back in their own realities. No one back in their own parallel homes remembers their faces or identities, which leads to the belief that this place could be a form of anti-reality. A waste compartment of the universe used for aspects of reality that are useless or harmful to existential fabric. The humans that live in the headless macrocosm are assumed to be taking shelter in abandoned structures and banding together to search for plant-based food during the warmer times. Fun fact.
Let's read the comments. First oddity. You will never sleep again. Second oddity. The bootleg one. Third oddity. Existential horror. Fourth oddity. God tier shit post. Wait, no. I'm sure it'll be bad.
Humans have coined multiple terms and nicknames for these headless corpses, such as stumpies, cranes, and ichabodies. Despite this sub-reality being detached from main reality, an incident took place which created a temporary tier between the two. A man residing in the headless macrocosm was walking through a field with a small house in the center. Upon reaching the house, the man unintentionally brushed up against one of the breathing bodies. This body, just before motionless aside from the labored convulsions, sprang to life and removed the head of the man. It then proceeded to attach the severed head to the stump of its own neck. The man's name was Michael Hedford. After the corpse had placed Michael's head where its own should be, an event occurred back on Earth in the year 2061 that resulted in governmental intervention. A family's call to the authorities described an impossibly tall naked figure appearing in their backyard. The presence of this oddity was highly distressing to the family, and they remained inside their home until the situation was resolved. The following photograph depicts this figure they spoke of. Michael Tedford's rotting head is affixed atop its frail neck. Shortly after the photo was taken, what was left of Tedford's existence was removed from the premises and taken to an upscale anomaly testing site. Apparently, this corpse was attempting to quite literally become Tedford by leeching off of his existence. These breathing bodies appear to be in a constant state of yearning to reconnect with the roots of reality again, as they have been taken a hold of by a dangerous and contagious disease. This disease appears to be non-existence itself. It can affect anyone on Earth at any time, and once it takes hold, the headless macrocosm deems you valid for residence within its endless meadows, filled with fellow patients. But don't worry, it's a rare diagnosis. Another fun fact. Occasionally, crude man-made structures will form seemingly out of nowhere in order to correspond with the structures on parallel Earth. As mentioned earlier, the headless macrocosm itself functions like a digestive tract of the universe, and these structures may be antibodies attempting to fight off the virus of non-existence. Now then, check your head. Screwed on tight. Great, because you might want to hang on tight to it for this next one. The obelisks of enlightenment are a collective of monolithic beings that are currently residing in different remote locations across the world. Also known as the Fathers of True North, they appear in groups of 1 to 8 and stand anywhere from 10 to 150 feet tall. Each obelisk is levitated just barely above the ground and facing geodetic north. Though most of them reside in remote fields and deserts, they have also been found floating above the ocean within the vicinity of the Bermuda Triangle and even of the Moon. They are moving just ever so slightly and progress approximately 2 inches forward a year. These obelisks are enlightened in the infinitely vast secrets of the universe and are constantly vocalizing the excess information as a means of waste to counteract the overwhelming intake of knowledge. Though currently enclosed and monitored by government entities, many people have wandered into these locations prior claiming to be following the sound of angelic singing. This alluring hum emanating from these obelisks induces a massive increase in general intelligence in subjects listening. Folklore often refers to the frequency as the song of the divine contour. Each obelisk's biological elements are unraveled thousands of feet into the sky to make a metaphysical connection from Earth to the universe. It is assumed this is a form of knowledge worship, an attempt to make a mortal sacrifice for an immortal honor. Fun fact. These organs are confirmed to be those of the humans and other biological matter that were absorbed after enlightenment. Upon perceiving the words spoken by the obelisks or entering into close proximity with them, the human brain either spontaneously expands and combusts or receives an ability to comprehend the sacred information. Talk about being open-minded. Whenever a subject is able to comprehend this knowledge, they are biologically absorbed into the obelisk, becoming wholly unified with the being. It is not entirely understood how these anomalies were brought into existence, but they seem to be tears in the fabric of reality akin to black holes. Many speculate that these rifts were opened by ancient giants who were dissatisfied with a lack of Earth's knowledge. Many unnaturally large humanoid skeletons have been found underground adjacent to obelisk sites, further supporting this idea. When the obelisks made their debut on Earth, they aided in the construction of the pyramids of Giza by bestowing digestible levels of sacred knowledge onto Egyptian pharaoh Khufu after he was lured into the desert by their beckoning chords. This knowledge would help Khufu rationalize a possible blueprint and method for building these grand tombs, and they were made into the shapes of pyramids as a tribute to the divine structures. All in all, these obelisks may seem malevolent, but it's important to remember that no physical pain could ever outweigh the agony of infinite knowledge. Now, looks like our time here may be almost up. But before you go, it's time for bonus oddity. This is Philbus. It is not known where Philbus comes from or why he is here, but there have been a number of people who, after consuming media depicting Philbus, have felt the overwhelming compulsion to practice Philbism. Philbism is a political and somewhat religious ideology which centers around a belief that building/consuming chairs and other wooden furniture is honoring Philbus' great sacrifice. It is not clear what this sacrifice is or what it refers to. Attributes and practices of Philbism include learning to build chairs, learning to properly digest chairs, promoting/discussing chair consumption on obscure internet forums, praising the fictional political candidate known as Philbus, who is said to advocate for making furniture consumption a socially accepted and widespread practice. There are so many wonderful things about Philbism. Consume the body of Philbus and become one with many others today. It's a great decision. Just eat your share to get started. Any mention of Philbism and elaboration on the subject will eventually result in it becoming a sponsorship or advertisement of sorts. We have no idea how to avoid this, sorry. All Philbists will deny the existence of Philbism when directly questioned about it. This video was not in any way sponsored by Philbism. This is for educational purposes only. Philbism does not even exist. You can sign up for Philbism certification here. Consume the body of Philbus today. Sure. Would you look at the clock? It's just about time for us to part ways.
A brief cleansing process will now commence. This purely auditory procedure will ensure you do not come away from this with any ailments from beyond contracted during your viewing experience. Please close your eyes and do not open them until told to do so. You may now open your eyes. Thank you for complying. Thank you for attending Dr. Nowhere's Office of Wonders. We hope that you enjoyed your stay.
Okay, Jesus. head. Okay. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, spider tweaking. That's Longboy Bullseye. We think he's harmless. He's dancing more aggressively than usual. Must not like your face. Man. Okay, that's Dr. Noah. Wait. Longboy Bullseye. Okay. Who's that? This is analog therapy. Jeppy. Jeppy is a simple son folk. He's just like you and me. He's right. Nursery rhymes. Like a new person. Okay. No. Smart. Okay. right there. You see that? That is.
What else is there to say about Arlo Bloom?
To say about Bloom. Okay, these said they're. I'm just gonna do something. Oh. Okay. Okay. Three, two, three, two. Never mind.
There's a storm coming, friend. You know they'll never find out what's wrong with you. And even if they did, they're just gonna make you sicker. The doctor just wants to lie to you. They're gonna keep pumping you full of things that fix one problem and then make a worse one. When you get go over there, I'll just try and shove more medicine down your gullet. There's a storm coming, friend, and you'll be all alone inside your house when it gets here. Every drop on your roof will remind you there's no one to share the comfort with. And as if you'll know, you'll be alone with me. You remember our deal, don't you? You should be grateful to even be here.
It's like a flying tree. Oh. Next one, new ear. Up. Love you. Gosh, that's it. Okay, then that's it for today's video.